Mic on? Is the mic on? This thing is speed tighten. Oh. Yo, what's up? Just popping to stream now. I have about an hour before I gotta go. Just want to tackle something in Blender and 3D print a test socket for a leg. We're gonna be doing something similar, custom fitted test socket for, I don't know if you call this a Symes. It's a pretty long leg, but it's a little bent. So I've already made a silicone. I'm sorry, I need to check the different streams, make sure that everything's actually working properly. A kick in YouTube. Okay, YouTube is up. Kick is also up. Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? It's been a minute since I streamed again. I'm finding it hard to find time to stream. And I don't know whether I just stream whenever I can, or do I block out a few hours. Like, I only got like an hour now. And I'm not sure if that's actually enough. Like, I should probably be streaming more or something. I don't know. You guys have to let me know. But if you're here, probably nobody's here yet. Say hi in the chat. What's up? And I'm going to go ahead and take an STL file that I've downloaded from my scanner over here. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's the leg. I'm waiting for this to pop up. And I have, computer's a little slow today. Got it downloaded. Up there, can you guys see it? There, this phone looking thing. By the way, let me know if the audios are right. All right, so I'm just gonna drag this into Blender here. Hit import. And there, it should pop up there. Why does it look smaller than the other stuff, huh? Probably alright. Alright, it's a little buggy, a little slow. I think that might have to do with the number of vertices we've got going on here. Just go to view. Toggle on our info visibility. Come on. Okay. Let's see, where is this at? Stats. Okay. 2 million vertices. I probably have other instances of Blender that I could turn off. This one. I'm sure my GPU is working extra hard. I need to upgrade that thing. What a GPU. Anyway, how you guys doing? Got a little holiday thing going on. On me. You know, holidays are coming up. I'm thinking about doing some holiday 3D printing, you know? My niece wants a Minecraft chest. I printed one for her brother, and ever since then she's wanted this Minecraft chest thing. And it looks just like the mini one that I printed from for my AirPods Pro too. This little guy, it's super cute. Last time I mentioned it, there was a little gap between the top and bottom of the opening thing, but now I've got it. Now I've got it squished down just right, so it comes down. It's more seamless. It's so cute. I love this thing. I just wish it made a sound. That'd be adorable. No, it's not bad. All right, so real quick. Hopefully this thing isn't too laggy. So this is a scan, which is why it looks all weird. Okay. It's got these floating parts, and I've mentioned before, all you gotta do is get rid of the floating parts. Is go to edit mode and then hit A for all, so you select all the vertices. If you zoom in, these are vertices that have been selected. You guys gotta let me know if you can hear me all right. My first streams, I was way too quiet, so that probably screwed me up a bit. All right, we're gonna hit P for separate by loose parts. And once that decides to work, we'll have something to work with. We'll take this, now you can select that floating part and just delete it. Now, I really am curious if this thing is slow because this instance has a lot of vertices, or if it's because my system's a bit slow. So I'm gonna start up another instance of Blender here. See if I can figure that out real quick. Still feels kind of slow. Yep, still lagging. Just exit that, don't save. You can see the detail that the scanner picked up. It's pretty awesome. Object mode. Solid. You see? You can see all the little teeth of the zipper there. You can see the zipper. It's pretty good. It's not bad. That is some pretty accurate stuff. You can even see this inside of this pad. Like, it doesn't look like this in real life. There's not that much you can see. Like, you don't see the seam, and you don't really see this indentation of this internal little puck that's inside of the silicone. I embedded a puck so that they could be used as a mounting point. Anyway, just take this one, just rotate it a little bit. Right click, snap, snap. I want to center that origin. All right, origin to geometry. There we go. And then now we can snap selection to so that snap selection to cursor. Yeah, there you go. And now what I need to do is make a thing. I need to make a shell. So I more or less want this thing to be manifold, so I can start taking shell of it. Do I have to? Let's find out. We gotta do some stuff to it first. Let's remesh. Now you guys will have to tell me if the music is all right. I got tired of listening to the same thing over and over again, naturally. So I've updated the the playlist here. And I guess I should like save it or something, right? I'm not even sure how to do that. Help. Come on, OBS. What do? You like export it or something? Can I just save my... Can I just save the thing? Show loading settings. Advanced. I feel like I should just be able to like save the scenes, right? Set up, reset, now duplicate, rename, import, export. Export, stream. Something like that. Ooh, maybe I gotta do it when I'm not streaming, huh? Alright, whatever. So, remeshing this. That should be nice and laggy. Remesh modifier. I said this 100 times before. Remesh will make them... Make your topology into quads. Smooth. Start cranking it up. 4, 5, 6. Reminds you of Fifth Element. When they're under the pool table and the guy is counting. Alright, slowly getting more resolution. Usually peak out at like 9 something. And beyond that is like, meh. Oof. It's stuttering, you know? It's stuttering. I have to get a new graphics card. This is bad. This is bad. And the graphics cards these days are also fine price. Anybody know where to get a good graphics card for a decent price? You gotta let me know in the chat. Because boy, they are gouging. They gotta be gouging. Ever since RAM became necessary for all these AI data centers. Now RAM is like, I don't know, 100% more. Like I didn't pay much for my, I think I have 32 gigs or something. We have to apply this modifier here. I think I got like 32 gigabytes of RAM, like the Corsair, and I even got the ones that light up. That was like way extra. And I'm not even sure. I am not even sure. I would love to check. You guys want to check with me? Was it Corsair RAM? I don't know. I think it was like 32 gigabytes or something. $32 gigabytes. So let me see if I can get you guys to to check this out. How do you do this? How do I do this? Come on. Oop. Oh, that's interesting. There we go. So I'm not really set up to do this. Oh. Right, can I just like make this fit? Something like that. There you go. 200. And the one I got is like this Vengeance. And it's DDR4. I think I paid like 150 for this stuff. It's like this one. It's white. But look at the DDR5, 444. 2 gigabytes of 16. Huh? And I think I have 4 gigabytes of 8 actually. Can I say 4 stick? Maybe I just do 8. Yeah, something like this. Where's the price even? It's not even there. Nope. Yeah, it's like, where's the price? Because I swear I've got, what's it called? Not, is it device man or is it task manager? Task manager. I don't know if you can see this. Can you see this? No? I just want to show the whole dang thing. I want to show the monitor. How do I show the freaking monitor? Display capture, right? Show my Acer. Okay. All right, that's better. Kinda. I'm figuring this out. There. All right. There. If we check performance, I've got, yeah, I've got 32 gigabyte. So I've got 4 8s. That makes sense, right? Let's go to see options. They don't even have, what's up? I've got 4. Holy cow. What is this like? They don't manufacture the 8 gigabytes anymore? These are 16. That's interesting. So I don't even have that good of a baseline to compare off of. I think I paid like 150, and that was a long time ago. Anyway, that gives you an idea. The price of RAM is insane right now. Like, and I don't even know. I guess I'd have to. I guess I can get 2 16 gigabytes, and then remove 2 of my 8, and then add them. But then it's unbalanced. I guess, you know, you can plug them in so that it's more balanced, but it's not going to be that great. And regardless, I need a better GPU. Like, I've got like 8 gigabytes on my GPU for VRAM, and that's not sufficient. All right, so we remesh this. Now what we've got to do, now we got to make a shell. I'm contemplating smoothing out. Let's see, we won't go into sculpting. I'm contemplating smoothing out the zipper. Because we could do that. But I don't know how well that does, you know? Does that like push it in too much? That might push it in too much. I don't know, and I don't know if I want that. I don't know whether it's better to have it kind of like protruding, like normal, or like that. Whatever. Let's try to smooth it and see how that works. Smoothing more or less is just going to take an average of the vertices around it. Let's just go ahead and try to smooth everything a little bit so that the 3D print does not have some weird textures on it. Like that. I'm sure there are other softwares you can use that will do some of this for you. But I love how flexible Blender is. Like, you could do so much. And not be locked into like a workflow. Alright, so just smoothing this out. It's done. Next thing we'll do is grab. Alright, we'll probably try to flatten the bottom first. And we'll just boolean it out. We'll just cut it with like a cube. Alright, so I was told we're not going to be downsizing this. This is going to be skin tight. Grab my gizmo. All right, let's go back to layout. And we're just gonna add. Should I go ahead and turn on the screencasting keys for you guys so you can see what I'm clicking on? Dude. You know, let me know if you guys want to talk about something else. This is just going to be a quick little session here. So with you guys, did you guys have a good holiday? Come on, wireframe. Barely hear the music, huh? Alright, so very rudimentary. Just grabbing this stuff and pulling it out. Difference. There you go. Of course, my favorite tool, make manifold. But then I don't ever just hit it once. I always hit it a couple of times at least. Until everything says 0, 0, 0. All right, now we know that we're manifold or watertight. Let's go ahead and go into edit mode. Faces, select the bottom face, delete the bottom face. So I'll make sure that it's deleted. Now, usually for these prosthetics, these test sockets and stuff, I'm only going a couple millimeters thick. You know, I might do 2 millimeters thick. 1.5 to 2. It's useful to have a caliper just to measure it, just to visualize it. You know, we're not talking much. 1.5. 1.5, but I like to make it divisible by the line width. And for a standard 3D printer, the line width is 0.4 millimeters. So I do like, you know, like I think like 1.2 or something. You know, 0.4. You know, maybe even they don't actually use this for the definitive. So maybe I just go with like the 2mm. Visualize. Because they just end up filling it with plaster and then building their own definitive socket on top of that. So let's go ahead and make this shell complete. So we're gonna add another modifier, solidify. Do this a bunch of times. No. The offset, we're gonna make it positive 1. The thickness, we're gonna make it what, 2mm? I then like to go ahead and check it. Looking at the side profile, getting your measuring tool. So yeah, it looks right. It's always a little thicker than I imagined. So let's do that again. Let's see, what does 1.2 look like? .2 is only 3 layers thick. So between 1.2 and 1.8, we should be good. Maybe let's split the difference and just go 1.8. That'll be 4 layers thick.
Once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down.
What I like to do too is to duplicate that just in case I've screwed up.
I feel good, you look great. I like you, I can't wait. A first time,
I'm gonna go ahead and turn on cascades. You see what I'm doing here? So apply. Now this thing is so large, I'm not going to be able to print this standing up in on my printer. So we're just going to tilt it. We're going to do something amazing. Just tilt it off 45 degrees. Of course, let's use our make manifold. Good. We're gonna bring up our Bamboo Studio after exporting this. We go back to our 3D tools and hit export. This thing is already, it should be mapped to where we need it to go. Just export. And it's gonna export as an STL here. 257. My dyslexia, dude. 256. Let's see here. Here's the last thing I was just working on. Let's just add another build plate. I really like how you're able to do that in Bamboo Studios. You're also able to do that in, I believe, the other slicers that are probably most slicers now. But Bamboo Studio is based off a open source slicer called Orca slicer. And you can do that there too. Orca slicer, you could use, you know, whichever printer you like. Just go ahead and orientate this. As long as you're not getting an error here. There's no way. I haven't this. I don't know if this one's a little smaller or something. I don't know if you can. Can we do this standing up? No way. No way. If we can do this standing up. I'm not sure if that's optimal. Yeah. Let me explain. If we do this standing up, we may need some internal support for the top layers of this print. I'm not even sure. It should be giving me an error right now, because this thing does not have a flat bottom. If it doesn't have a flat bottom, it's gonna need some support. Come on. All right, you see how we just generated this ring? Can we slice this? Also, this is the incorrect filament to be using. So let's change filament. I've got, oh, we gotta synchronize this too. Weird. So I feel like for that. I've been on camera, am I? Hello. There we go. Okay, so as I was. It's synchronized. There you go. There you go. Thank you. Oh shoot. I'm just gonna click add support in case we need it, so we can see it generate whatever support it thinks it needs. Okay. Stop that and we'll do it again. And I always know if it needs support because it takes extra long to generate these things. It might be trying to build a giant branch from the floor, from the build plate over to this top area. You can see how you would probably need some support right around here. And I've got it set to its default 30-degree angle. So it's taking a bit. So I'm 90% sure that it's generating some support. But do we need that? We might not need that, and I don't want that because it's gonna waste some filament and it's gonna waste time. Somehow though, this seems like it fits on the H2D. I can try to confirm that by measuring guy. 338. Alright, and the H2D is 325, 350 tall. All right, let's check out the slice. What? All right, so you see, try to make it, made it in 2 spots. So is that optimal? I mean, maybe it could be. It could be. We're going to do another one. We're going to duplicate. What was that? What was that option? Huh? Fill beverage copies. Okay. I'm going to try to angle this how I usually print it. That's the auto orientate. That's the auto orientate. What I usually do, because the other ones are usually so big, is I will rotate this way. And there you can see the top of the printer. So usually orientate it like this. And don't need to, but I give it a little spin here. It kind of changes how I do the orientation though. Basically, just try to barely max out the build height and slice it. Obviously, this time is also going to slice with supports, but the inside of this should be clean, and the inside is where you're going to be sticking your socket into. So you want it to be kind of clean, especially if it's going to be skin tight. But in this case, I have a thick layer of silicone between the patient and the socket. So do you really need that? No. You don't have to have the inside super clean. And we got nobody chatting still. I know it's like when you start streaming, you don't get anybody. You might get 1 or 2 people coming in, but I don't know if it's like if you don't stream every day very consistently, you can fall off super quickly. All right, I'm actually surprised here it didn't generate any more support besides this little portion here. I don't know how to take that. That's interesting. I did make some internal support. And you can pull down this simulated timeline to see it. Let's see what I kind of did there. Look at the number of walls. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is only 0.2. 1.2. I don't know if I should. It makes it look thicker. It is thicker, in fact. So I might drop down to just to like a 0.8 or something. So if I go back into Blender and I select this one that we were working on before in edit, in object mode, we'll have our modifier here set up. So we're just going to go ahead and go to try 0.8. Right, because the other one. What's this one? This one was 1.2, right? This was 1.8. It's my alarm to go pick up the kids. One 1.2. Is that gonna make much of a difference? Somehow I doubt it. Especially if I'm doing it at an angle. If I'm printing at an angle, it's gonna take more. That's good. If you print at an angle, it's gonna take more line widths, which is fine. And it actually like makes it stronger. 311. There's 310. 310 to Yuma. You guys watch that movie? It's a classic. Let's do another one here. Yeah, 310 to Yuma. That's a classic Western. All right, so the point was that, yeah, when you do it up at an angle, you save some support material, which means saving filament, which means faster print. Keep going. I feel like I was able to lay the other one down. Because it was kind of like a weird angle. Yeah, that's better. Yes. All right, so I got support set up. Slice that and we'll see how that looks. Now I did 0.8. 0.8? Yes. Yeah, 0.8. 0.8 millimeter thickness. Now I assure you it's gonna come out. It's gonna have less layer lines. Two, and kind of stitch. And I don't really know that's enough. Let's try 1.2. 1.2. Okay. Anyway, from there, we'll just hit print. And send it to the printer. And get this thing done. And I can ship it out to the clinic that's ordered this from me. Then we should be good. That's kind of how you make a shell or a test socket of some sort. You know, you can scan somebody, you can scan something and create a shell. You can do it pretty high resolution, but then just like imagine that becomes your negative for whatever that you're trying to do. You're trying to make something. You know, you can pour something into it, and now you can have a system to duplicate whatever the item is you want. And that's really useful for all sorts of things in whatever industry that you're experimenting with, you know. You could think about like chocolate molds or something. And there's other ways. So I mean, you'd get layer lines, and we want to be careful. But you could possibly even get bits of plastic in your chocolate. You don't want to do that. But from there, you can do, you know, vacuum forming and stuff of petchy sheets and whatnot. There's a lot of creativity you can get into. Anyway, too bad nobody was really watching. I doubt it. It'd be awesome to get people chatting. We had a really good conversation last time with my only follower or subscriber, whatever they call it. This print's gonna take 5. Oh, did you guys not see what's going on here? I'm so sorry. It's gonna take 5 hours. And I kind of want to, just in case, because you don't really want this thing failing, give it a little bit of support, you know? Make up the pen size a bit. Alright. Let's slice that. I mean, this is kind of side heavy, you know, so you do have some risk of this thing popping off the bed, falling over, and then you've wasted all this time in filament in the first place. So it is, you know, you use support where you need to. It doesn't make sense not to. There you see, and that will probably be fine. You know. Of course, the lower you do it, the less filament you will use, and the sturdier it will be. So we could like put another dot there and slice up. Now I can have this thing printing while I go do something else. We have another hand to do, and I'm finishing up some modifications to a previous hand. Anyway, thanks for joining, you guys. Please let me know if Everything was all right. The volume was all right. The music was all right. I've changed up the music a bit, even though I had to like go back and forth on it. We'll see. We'll see how that works. Thanks for joining the stream today. Some chill Blender modeling and 3D printing. And thank you so much for joining. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.